This is Jodie's Fawn, Part 4. As we all know, that Jodie has gone in the forest to search for the fawn. He has also searched for the fawn at the place where he had seen the fawn before. But he did not find the fawn at the place, so he was just searching for the fawn in and around that place. And suddenly there was a movement directly in front of him. The movement directly in front of him startled him so that he tumbled backward. The fawn lifted its face to his. It turned its head with a wide, wandering motion and shook him through with the stare of its liquid eyes. It was quivering. It made no effort to rise or run. Jody could not trust himself to move. He whispered, "It's me." So finally, Jody was able to find a fawn. As Jody was searching for the fawn, suddenly, achanak se, there was a movement in front of him. And when you are walking or when you are searching for something and there is sudden movement, what happens to you? What is your reaction? You just tumble back, correct? Tumble means having fallen. You just lose your balance and you just fall backward, correct? When there is a sudden movement in front of you. So same thing happened with Jody. He was shocked to see a sudden movement in front of him and he was just tumbled backward. He fell backward side. He lost his balance. The fawn lifted its face to his. The fawn lifted its face means fawn looked up at Jody. It turned its head with a wide, wandering motion and shook him through with the stare of its liquid eyes. The fawn just turned its head. Wandering means just turned the head here and there, and it was looking at Jody with that liquid. You must have seen, no, the deers, their eyes are. It looks like liquid eyes. They look very cute, and the eyes are liquid eyes. It was quivering. Quivering means shaking slightly. The fawn was shaking its body. It made no effort to run or rise. When the fawn saw Jody, that fawn did not get up and leave. Okay. Jody could not trust himself to move. Jody was surprised to see the fawn. He could not trust that finally he was able to find the fawn. Finally, a fawn was there in front of him. So Jody slowly whispered to the fawn. Whispering means to speak quietly in somebody's ears, that it's me, that I have come. Don't worry, it's me. He slowly whispered. The fawn lifted its nose, scenting him. You must have seen, no, how the animals, they try to smell even when we go nearby to them. You must have experienced that with a cow or buffalo or even a calf, correct? So, the same way, when Jody went closer to the fawn, that fawn just lifted its nose and started smelling him, scenting him, smelling. He reached out one hand and laid it on the soft neck. Jody slowly kept his one hand on fawn's neck. And as soon as Jody touched the fawn, Jody kept one hand on the fawn. This touch made him delirious. Jody was feeling very happy, excited, because you must have touched the calf. Correct? When you touch them, you feel so soft. Their body is very soft, the hair. So you feel so happy. Correct? So Jody was feeling very much excited after touching the fawn's body. He moved forward on all fours until he was close beside it. So when Jody touched the fawn might have realized that okay, this boy is not going to harm me anymore. This boy will take care of me. So he came closer to Jody. That faun also came closer to Jody. He put his arms around its body. Now slowly Jody put his full hand around Jody. Jody put full hand around faun's body. Okay. A light convulsion passed over it, but it did not stir. When Jody touched the faun's body, there was a little shivering, light shivering. Conversion means shivering. But it did not stir, but the faun did not move or go away. He stroked its sides as gently as though the faun were a china deer and he might break it. So he slowly touched the sides of the faun as softly that thinking that that faun is a china deer. China deer is a the deer made up of clay. You must be knowing that the things which are made up of clay, we have to handle them very carefully, correct? Otherwise it will break down. If even if by mistake it falls down from our hand, it will break. So whenever we handle the mud utensils or clay utensils or clay showpieces, we handle it very carefully, correct? In the same way, in the same manner, Jody also were handling, Jody was touching that faun very softly. Its skin was very soft. The skin of that faun was very soft. It was sleek and clean. Sleek means smooth. Smooth and shiny, and it had a very sweet scent of grass. A particular type of smell of grass was coming to its body. He rose slowly and lifted the faun from the ground. Here, rose is a past tense of rise. He got up slowly. Jody got up slowly and he lifted the faun in his hands. Its legs hung limply. As he lifted the faun's legs were very long, so they were just limping, hanging like that. They were surprisingly long, and he had to hoist the faun as high as possible under his arm. Because the faun's legs were very long, Jody had to pull up higher. He had to pull the faun little higher close to his body so that his legs doesn't get tangled in the vines or small bushes. So you can see I have just put some pictures. A quivering faun. This is a new born faun which is quivering. The prickling vines, the vines which prickle. Okay, we call it creepers also, prickling. Thick bushes and long legs of the faun. Faun's legs are comparatively long. He was afraid that it might kick and bleat at sight and smell of its mother. So as Jody was going back, he came across a place where a faun's mother, that is doe, was killed and its dead body was there. So he was scared that the faun might kick and starts bleating. Bleating means to crying, utter a cry, crying, looking at its mother's dead body and smelling of its mother. You know that animals, they always sense with the help of their smell. So if he smells his mother, he might start bleating, that is crying, or maybe might get scared of kicking him to get down and go near the mother. But it did not happen. He skirted the clearing and pushed his way into the thicket. Skirted means to go around. He went around that clearing and pushed his way into the thicket. Thicket means a dense group of bushes, a group of bushes. It was difficult to fight through with his burden. Jody was also very small, and on top of that he was carrying that faun. Correct? So he was feeling that faun is very heavy, and it was very difficult for Jody to walk along with that faun, to walk handling or um, just taking the faun near his body. It was very heavy. He was feeling it was very heavy to go. The fawn's legs caught in the bushes and he could not lift his own with freedom. As the fawn's legs were very long, they caught in the bushes, in the small trees over there, and it became very difficult for Jody to move forward. He tried to shield its face from prickling vines. There were prickling vines, kate. And he tried to protect the fawn's face from the prickling vines. Its head bobbed with his stride. As Jody was moving, Jody was taking long steps, as Jody was walking long steps, the head of the fawn bobbed. Bobbed means moved up and down as Jody was taking steps. Jody was walking. His heart thumped with the marvel of its acceptance of him. So Jody was feeling wonderful. Jody was feeling very excited. Jody was feeling very happy. Why? Because the fawn had accepted him. The fawn did not go away from Jody, or the fawn did not kick Jody when Jody lifted the fawn. When Jody lifted the fawn did not do anything. He accepted him. So Jody was feeling very happy, very much excited. He reached the trail and walked as fast as he could until he came to the intersection with the road home. He reached the path. Now he can see a normal, small walking path, and he reached at the intersection junction where one road was going to home, one road was going to forest. At the junction he reached, and he was very much tired, so he decided to take some rest. He stopped to rest and set the fawn down on its dangling legs. So that fawn's legs were not very stiff. They were dangling. Dangling means hanging. He was not able to stand on all four feet properly. His legs were little shaking. He was not able to stand properly. The fawn was not able to stand properly. It wavered on them. It looked at him and bleated. The fawn was not able to stand properly. So when Jody kept the fawn down, the fawn started crying. Maybe telling Jody that I am not able to stand properly. Please take care of me, or please hold me.